how to be your own bot, correct?
Yeah.
Well, like they said, our makeup is in, we don't really want to see it because we spent a good 4 to 5 hours with it over this trip.
Well, we'd love to see it, there's no way to get to it, so.
I would not like to see it anytime soon. No, it becomes nice after a while.
But yeah, we can talk about it and stuff. But yeah,
Makeup's only one aspect of being your own bot.
this is true. And actually, before the makeup, sorry, this is kind of rude eating at the same time.
It's our breakfast, I'm sorry. Thank you.
Even before that, I think Bunny and I would always say that the mime stuff is way more important than the makeup and costume. And once that gets down, you know, putting a costume on with makeup kind of completes the look. Like even if you're doing theater and stuff, it's the same thing. You know, it doesn't really feel complete until you have that, but you know, you should be able to do the act without the makeup, and it should still be fairly entertaining. People can use their imaginations for what you should look like.
And that requires bravery.
Yeah, I mean, putting the makeup on definitely helps a ton, and same with the costume. It helps you feel like you're in character as well. But like anything, it should start as a black box and kind of a void, and you kind of just build it up. So obviously the mime is probably the most important thing out of all of it.
Speaking of real quick on makeup, we've seen some really great makeup you guys have been doing, and we really appreciate it. Wonderful makeup that you guys have done. So thank you for that. It's hard to recognize some of you now. I think I'm putting it together. Who was what robot at what point? So thank you.
They didn't really tell us this was going to be like a hands-on thing.
Ooh, I got a question. For those who did makeup, just give me a rough estimate of how long it took you to put on your makeup.
45 minutes. 2 hours.
You, 45 minutes?
3 hours.
3 hours. Yours was detailed. Hour and a half. Wow.
Like an hour.
Okay.
That sounds about right.
Yeah.
So I guess, you know, how we kind of started this is, you know, we have our roots in mime. We were actually mime, so my brother and I, and John, who's no longer with us, we started out with mime. Is this something important? So we started out with mime. So that's where the basis of the makeup came from. You know, white-faced mime is actually, you know, to enhance the features. So you have the white face and you have the black lips and the black eyes and the black eyebrows, and that really, yeah, the simplicity from far away. Your expressions are just very dynamic, and that's partially the strength of the Spine's makeup, because it is basically a metallic mime. That's its essence, and that's the essence with all of the makeup. Rabbit is more clownish, you know, and so was the John. But now we've kind of taken those aspects and you know they make the eyes bigger, make the brows bigger, the lips more pronounced, and we've applied that with a robot aesthetic. So I think with Hatchworth it's kind of like it kind of shows you if you have a good concept of the anatomy of the face, you can really pull off something that looks three-dimensional from far away, and his especially works wonders with his mustache and cheeks, and it looks excellent. Sam actually did a lot of thought. He already had most of the stuff that Bunny would take into account, because I know you did a lot of human anatomy study and stuff with drawings and stuff, and Sam already has that knowledge as well. So
I've been studying the human anatomy for a long time.
But yeah.
You're an educational way. Yes.
Yes.
But yeah, you accentuate the features that are more pronounced and stuff. You kind of draw attention to them. That's kind of like with any clowning makeup as well. With clowning, it's like finding your biggest flaw and just accentuating it. It doesn't have to be your flaw either. If you got sunken cheekbones, you just go like that, or get out of here, demon. But Sam, you said your face is more round and stuff, like your cheeks and stuff, and your nose, you kind of accentuate it eventually. Yeah. Use the uniqueness of your face to your advantage. We all have different faces, so a lot of trial and error. You might have higher cheekbones. If you have more pronounced cheeks, you can definitely you work that in, or if you have a prominent brow, accentuate that, exaggerate your features. Or if you have something that you don't like maybe your nose is maybe kind of like the Bennett nose, and it's maybe a little crooked. You don't want to draw too much attention to that. You can easily kind of we don't put lines on our noses because we don't want to accentuate the sort of the Crispin Glover kind of weirdness of our facial structure. I mean, Sam, you look at his, it's like, bam. It's like, it's a pretty big nose, I mean.
My microphone's fine. Yeah, I was less worried about messing up using my facial features. I knew that I had to make the cheeks rounder, so that I know that I looked kind of, when I initially was drawing the robot, and my experience with these guys, initially it's really creepy looking. It's, you know, the movements, I guess, are the softener of it, but any kind of accentuation will also make you look kind of creepy, especially if you're using lots of blacks around the eyes and the eyebrows. So I made the cheeks round for that reason. I was like, I don't want to scare the children with the mustache already. They don't know where this voice is